Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Feel Good Friday workout. Hopefully my mother-in-law will be joining me as well. It's so lovely to see lots and lots of you on Zoom this morning. Just adjusting my camera. If you would like to join us on Zoom, all you need to do is go to my newsletter, and there's a little link. If you sign up on my website for my free newsletter, I will add you to a special WhatsApp group where I communicate session reminders and details. All the sessions are saved on my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button so that you're notified when new content and workouts do go up. And I have tons of exercise snacks on my Instagram, also on my newly formed TikTok account. So please follow and join in there, even if you have a few minutes. So we're going to start with my Feel Good prescription. We made it here today. I've had a very busy week with International Women's Day events around the country. I did make it. I didn't want to cancel this session. I have lots of you on Zoom, so always vision you working out with me. We're going to have a moment just to calm the body and mind, something that I need as well. We made it here today to invest in your physical and mental health. So take a seat. We're going to do a breath snack. We're just going to relax our hands on our lap. Maybe just see how your breathing feels. You can close your eyes. And we're just going to take some nice long inhales and really long exhales. Breathing in lots of positivity. Exhale any negativity, tension, anxiety. We want to release it all. Just doing a mindful minute here. What I'd like to do is probably count in for 4 and exhale up to 6, but you feel like whatever feels good for you, you just manage whatever breath you can do. So we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4 and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just keep your eyes closed. Maybe take a few deep breaths. See how you feel. And then when you're ready, you can place your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes, let a little bit of light in. Bring a smile to your face. And then when you're ready, you can release it off. How do you all feel? I know I feel so much better. That is a breath snack to use at any point in your day. You can start marching when you're ready while I'm talking, but the power of breathing is so incredible to kick in the parasympathetic nervous system. Anytime you're feeling stressed, anxious, when we're leading busy, fast-paced lives. Now this workout, Mummy may be joining me. I've kept her seat, but she's just arrived back from a very long trip to India, so I'm not sure if she'll make it, but I will demonstrate seated and standing exercises. So this workout is appropriate for everyone. If you are able, you can even get up and go into more of a jog, depending on your ability today. But we're going to get our steps in to start. So if you are seated, just marching on the spot. I'm getting warm because the heating in this room hasn't been on, and can you believe it is March and it is snowing in northwest London and most of the country at the moment. So we're going to get nice and warm and stay warm. We're going to go for 5 and 4 and 3, good, 2 and 1, brilliant. To mobilize the whole body, we're going to start circling out our wrists. And we're going to try and bring in our head rolls. So we're just circling out our heads in one direction. We're keeping our brains fit because I'm asking you to do both if you possibly can. A bit of coordination. And then if we can change directions as well, just go slow. If you can't do both at the same time, just loosen up your head and neck or your wrists. It's quite hard to coordinate both, even I'm struggling a bit. And that's all about this mind to muscle connection. So we're trying to keep our brain cells lovely and stimulated by coordinating different parts in our body. We're going to do the same with our ankles. So we're going to try and bring one leg up. You can take a seat and we're going to circle out our ankles. Also just circling out the wrists. Beautiful. And then change direction with both. So just getting that leg extension. You're going to feel these lovely muscles kicking into our legs. But we're warming up. This is your mobility snack at the beginning. Brilliant. And change sides. The other side. Anytime you're sitting too long, and that is very common in our lifestyles at the moment. If you've got children, grandchildren, partners, working from home, it's really common. You know, I go into workplaces often to show them simple exercises like this that you could just do to give those joints a bit of mobility that they're craving for, and relax. I did change direction there. I'm going to stay seated or standing. If you're standing or seated, you can even add your steps in here. But all I'm doing is bringing my hands to my shoulders and using my lovely big deep breaths to do some big circles with those elbows. This one feels so good. If you tie it in with your breathing, it's going to really give you this lovely release of the love hormone, oxytocin. It's opening out the heart chakra. Shall we change direction? If you do want to stay a bit warmer, like I do, I've got a couple of layers on in this room at the moment. You could even jog or go faster on your feet, seated or standing. Doesn't that feel good? I'm getting nice and warm and relaxed. Then we're going to do our arm circles. You could either do both if that doesn't feel great. For whatever reason, you could do one at a time. A little bit of backstroke. We are swimming and stepping out, breathing as we go. Well done to everyone on Zoom. I can see you. And coming forwards. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you're watching, join us even for a snack, a couple of minutes. Coming forwards. Brilliant. And 2. And 1. Excellent work. Do you feel warmer on Zoom? We're going to just circle out our hips. Now, if you're seated, I would love you just to try and just bring your leg up and maybe circle out your legs here. Still working the hip joint. If you're able to stand, I am literally doing a little bit of circling movement here, which feels really good because our hips can get so tight. And then I'm going to change direction. This should bring a smile to your face. This is just a nice happy movement, a bit of dancing here for a Friday workout, and relax. Well done. Now when I start talking, you can rest, or you can march out, or you can find any exercise that works for you. If there's an exercise you don't like, replace it, maybe with some marching on the spot, whatever feels good for you. I have picked up a resistance band. If you have one, fabulous. If you don't, anything with a bit of stretch. Ideally, it's something like a pair of old tights, is what we've always said from the beginning of the pandemic. If you don't have a pair of tights, anything with a bit of stretch. But these bands are readily available on Amazon. They're nice and cheap. I'm going to show you my shoulder floss, but today for people that have been doing my signature shoulder floss, I want you to all do daily, ideally. You could add in a leg extension. So we could stay seated, that's just an extra exercise, but we'll start with the floss. We're going to bring our shoulders up, back and down. I did this in my recent TED talk where I called it the desk snap. It's the analogy of a desk shape with our shoulders up, back and down. Doesn't your posture feel amazing? Nice and confident there. Belly button is coming to spine. We're going to maintain that lovely straight spine. Then you're going to try and bring your arms up and over. If it stays straight and symmetrical, well done. Otherwise, it's very common to not be able to go all the way over. You can stop, you can even bend the arms. I want you to try and keep as symmetrical as possible. And the beauty of having a resistance band is that it's going to provide this little bit of resistance to get our muscles lovely and strong. And we lose our muscle mass as we age, over the age of 30. It's called sarcopenia. Really important for us to try and add in strength and resistance exercises. To make it easier, you can loosen up. To make it harder, you can get your hands closer together and really tense that band or pair of old tights. If you don't have any equipment, just try and mimic this movement. But those of you with the band should be feeling quite a burning sensation. Can you nod if you can feel it? It's the lactic acid building up in the muscles. Let's maybe go for 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Make sure you keep breathing. Never hold your breath through the exercises. In and out and relax. Woo. How does it feel? That's full rotation of your shoulder joint, the ball and socket joint in your shoulder. So really, really effective. I was going to suggest sitting down and trying this with a leg extension. So shall we try and do 3 while we hold out the leg? So that's quite hard if you're going to hold out. If you get tired, maybe just keep the leg down. So whatever option works for you. If you can, we're going to lift it up. And we're going to inhale, exhale, depending on the chair that you're sitting on. Hopefully your band will come up and over. Breathe in, breathe out. My leg muscles are really, really squeezing, contracting together. And relax. Did you feel that? Here. Simple leg extension. And all the talks events I've been going to, I've been telling people to try and even engage their legs under their tables, whether you're at work, in restaurants. Should we do the other side? Breathe in. Sitting on the sofa, you can add in these simple exercises. Inhale and exhale. Super. So quite hard to do our floss with the actual leg extension. Now just march it out. My room is getting finally nice and warm. So I'm just going to turn that down slightly. And what we're going to do now is a spinal twist. So here I'm going to show you the exercise without the band. You could have your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Our back is lovely and straight. Our stomach muscles are sucked in. Belly buttons towards your spine. All you're going to do is twist round and to the middle. We're going to exhale. Back to the middle. Now, my hips stay quite forward and straight. You should feel this in your back or in your stomach. Oh, wow, we've got a special guest today. All the way from India. She's back. Yay, I have missed her so much. She's here. My mother-in-law is here. Good morning. I got your extra blanket. Rana. Oh, she's back. Yay. We will tell everyone how amazing you've been in India in a minute. But we'll get you nice and warm. She's done some incredible pilgrimages and walked a lot of steps, which I'm so proud of. Twisting round, back in the middle. Can everyone feel this? I can really feel it in my back here, in my stomach muscles, nice and tight. And let's do 1 more on each side, twisting round, back to the middle. Now there's an option to add your band. If you like, you could bring your band behind your head, or you could do the same exercise again. And this time I've got a bit of tension with the band. What I'm also going to add is, if you take a seat, an option to bring our heels up off the ground. So when you bring your heels up, you should feel this calf muscle. Are your calves tight after the walking? So we're going to try, as we twist round, you lift your heels and then bring your heels back as you come to the middle. Again, coordinating the brain. I've got mummy back, so we're going to make sure we don't whack each other here. Good. Exhale, heels up, back to the middle. This is quite challenging. Well done. Mummy's got it. If you can't do the calf raises, just do the twist. If you haven't got a band, I'm going to show you without the band. Back to the middle. So we're twisting round and down. Can you feel this? Think about the muscles you're working. And one more. Relax. Well done. March it out. So now I've got mummy back. She will do everything seated. Give my job is a little bit easier now. And I love seeing her working out with me. So what we're going to do now is do our openers. I'm going to show you without the band. Today I'm combining the band with a few strength exercises just to add a little challenge. With the openers, it's literally this movement where I'm really stretching. Then my arms come forwards. Then I open out. Big exhale. Bring them forwards. If they get tired, you bring them down. Obviously, with the band, it's much harder. And what we're also going to do is try and, as you open, bring one leg out. This is a new move. Back to the middle. Other leg out. Back to the middle. If you're standing, we're going to go exhale. One leg out. Good. And the other. Yay, we've got it. Brilliant. Her brain is working. There's no jet lag, Mummy. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're not too tired?
I'm okay.
Well done. Well done. I can't believe you joined me. I'm so happy. Brilliant. Well done on Zoom. Can you feel as you point that leg out? You've got to keep that brain working. And we're stretching, opening. One more on each side. This is a lovely new move today, and I can see everyone is giving it a go on Zoom. And relax. Did you feel it? So we're going to tie your band around your thighs, if you have one, or a pair of old tights. If you don't have a band, that's fine. We're just going to take a seat. So we're going to add a little bit of resistance. I'm just knotting the band around my thighs. And all we're going to try and do, this is one for your inner and outer thighs, is we're going to try and squeeze out and in. So just see how it feels. Keeping your feet on the ground, but they're going to slightly lift anyway. Back is lovely and straight. Good. Really tighten. Now you can engage your pelvic floor muscles, especially any ladies watching. If you know what I mean, please engage your pelvic floor. Stomach muscles can go in and tight. If you haven't got band, you can just step out and in. Yeah. If you want to tighten your band, tighten it now. And an extra challenge for some of you that have been on my workouts for a while, and I've picked up quite a heavy weight, but just a light weight, you could keep your hands in front. So Mummy, you don't even have to hold a weight, you could hold a tin. And just holding this lateral raise out in front, I'll show you from the side, is going to trigger those arm muscles to really kick in as well. Squeezing out and in, or stepping out and in. 5, good. 4, if you need to relax the arms, drop it down. 3, and 2, woo, and 1. Well done. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot to think about there. We've got everyone nice and awake. So you can either slip the band off for for now and I'll do it later. We're going to march out, but today we're going to go straight into our squats. So we're really going to get our leg muscles nice and fired up. Now, strength training is super important to me. You know how passionate I am for all ages to do some strength or resistance training. We want to keep our bones, our hearts, our brains and our muscles nice and strong to reduce risks of things like osteoporosis, especially as we age. And the more muscle you have, the better insulin sensitivity. So chronic illnesses like type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes that can be reversed through exercise and lifestyle changes. And we want to build muscle. That is the main message I want to get to you. So with our squats, we have a few options. We'll all start by just doing our simple leg extensions again with our backs lovely and straight. Reset your spine, stomach muscles in. You can bring one leg up, hold it. Really feel those muscles. If that is level 1, you can alternate the legs. You can add in some holds. Whatever works for you on that one, if you can't stand. Level 2 is with the support of your chair. Your knees always go out in the same direction as your toes. I can see my toes even as I come slightly up and I'm holding onto my chair. I've got it as support coming down, but I'm really squeezing my muscles as I come up. Can you feel your legs working here? That is level 2 if you need a bit of support. Level 3 is if you can stand independently. You're going to come all the way up, exhale, and then come all the way down. We can touch down and come up. Now check your form. The weight is in the back part of my foot. I'm keeping my back lovely and straight. We're just going to do 10 to warm up without any weight. And as I come up, I am squeezing my thighs, my glutes, my stomach muscles. I'm breathing out. Yep, mummy, you okay? 4. Yeah. Beautiful. I'll show you from the side. I'm touching down on that imaginary chair like a squat. I can see my toes, so my knees are staying back and my body stays upright. So I'm not coming forwards with my chest. I'm literally coming down, touching, squeezing back up. And let's do one last bonus one, and up. Do you feel warmer? That is just the body weight squats or sit and stands, but we can do now level, if you're a beginner level, I want you to stay just body weight. Otherwise, the exciting part comes as you start adding in weights. So we could add in maybe some dumbbells, or if you haven't got dumbbells, which I don't expect, we've got tins, plastic bottles. Obviously, mummy's been away for 2 weeks, so don't go too heavy. And we're now going to do 10 squats or sit and stand. If you're doing your leg extensions, you can even hold your weight out here in front of you if you're not standing. Otherwise, we're going to add a rucksack even, a lightweight, plastic bottles, tins, whatever you've got. We're going to go for 10. Inhale, exhale. So we're doing quite a few sit and stands today. I want to get proper 3 sets of 10 reps, but I'd rather you do less. If you're tired, I would like quality over quantity. So that means you do less and you do them well. Are you squeezing your glutes at the top? So I'm really coming up, I'm breathing out. My stomach muscles are in, keep my core engaged. Lovely. How many have we done, mummy?
7.
7. She's back to count with me. Yay. 8. And 9. Squeeze up. Lovely. Inhale down. Last one. And up. Well done. Now Andrew, I can see on Zoom, has read my mind. The next exercise while you're resting, you can add in a shoulder press. So even if you're just doing your leg extensions, or if you're tired and you don't want to do any more sit and stands or squats, you could just raise your arms with a weight and do your leg extensions. There is something that everyone can try, even if it's just 1 or 2 reps a day, or even if you have a minute for this workout, you could try that out. Otherwise, you could try and do a full shoulder press, and I'm not expecting you to go yet. I expect you to rest, but Mummy's ready as well. We're lifting up, and then we're carefully coming down. Now this weight obviously can get higher as you progress, and that's why these workouts are saved on YouTube, because I would love you to go back, play another 1 or 2 sessions in the week to help us hit the government guidelines of exercise to reduce risks of so many chronic illnesses. But you could add on extra weight, so maybe go from tins to plastic bottles, from plastic bottles to maybe a rucksack and a little weight, something that works for you. We're breathing out. You don't have to do the shoulder press. This is more of a full body move now. 4. Good. How are you feeling? Okay? Nice and warm. 5. Excellent work. And 6. If you need to stop, you stop. This is your workout. 8. Woo, she said, yay. She's back to keep me track of numbers. You're lucky she's back, otherwise I would have done more. And 10, is that right? Woo! So did you feel that? That is not only your legs, but we got our shoulders involved, our upper back as well. We can march out, shake it all out. We're going to add in some lovely star jumps. If you need to rest, take longer rests. Mummy's going to show you the low impact version on the chair. They're both low impact. She can do 1 leg, or do you want to show them your double leg? Good, so she's going to do 2 legs and a clap. I'm going to do them standing. You started on Zoom, so well done everyone. Big claps. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, please join in. You could go faster. We're doing about 20 seconds. Just to add a little bit of extra cardiovascular aerobic activity. Keep our hearts long, hearts strong, our lungs working, respiratory systems. I'm getting out of breath. 5, 4, big claps. 3, 2, and 1. Yay. Star jumps. I know, I kept it on super high for you because it wasn't working first. So then I got worried that Mummy will be cold. So we're very hot now, yes? We're nice and warm, which is a good sign. It's going to feel like a hot session, hot yoga class in here soon. We can march on the spot, or you can rest. Now, did everyone feel their heart rate go up there? Thumbs up on Zoom if I can see you. Well done. We're going to do our press-ups next, which is why I'm letting you rest. If anyone knows how to do the wall press-ups from previous workouts, you can start. So, Mummy, you can start if you want. I'm going to show them all a seated version, which can be done in case you can't stand. You can have your hands on your lap, and we're going to come with a straight back. So again, I've got a lovely straight spine. I'm pressing against my legs and pushing away. I'm thinking about engaging all the muscles in my arms. We're going for about 10 press-ups. I will demonstrate on the wall. Do you want to do the wall? Good, she's ready to go back to the wall. So she's going to have a lovely straight line from her head to her hips. She doesn't break like this. It's a lovely straight line. Hands at shoulder height, coming towards the wall, squeezing back. Now some of my regulars know you can go down to the kitchen island or table level. But again, you've got to keep your back lovely and straight. Can you feel that, Mummy? Good. She's coming towards the wall, bending the arms, and then pushing back. Exhale. I want you to think about all the muscles here in your body. Let me have a little look. While Mummy does her good. Marianne, you're on the chair. They're looking beautiful. Well done, Tarun Auntie. Well done, Andrew. Well done to my mum, Arian, Dev, Sapriya's mum, Sola Ben Manik, Pravin Shah, Sheila. I've got Chansing, Lal Auntie, Ayush Uncle. I can see you all. Well done, everyone. Relax when you've done your 10. Super work. How are you all feeling? Are you okay? Circle out the wrists. With your press ups, it's a really big move because it's your whole body weight. So whether you're doing it seated or obviously standing is much harder. And as you go to a lower surface, I obviously try and do them on the floor. But for this workout, specifically for all ages, we do it wall or at a lower level, not on the floor. So we're going to do our high knees now. We're going to try seated or standing to bring your knees up. A good way to do it is to keep your hands at belly button height and see if your knees actually hit your hands. While I'm doing this, I've got my stomach muscles really tight, so I'm really engaging them. And if you want, you can even add some lovely rope pulls, which Andrew is already doing on Zoom. Amazing. Lovely Tarun Auntie. Super work. Keep going, everyone. Exhaling, inhaling. Make sure you're breathing. If anyone wanted to go faster, it's quite hard. You've got to have good balance. And we can go a little bit faster for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Are you okay? She's had a little break. While you march it out, Mommy, just tell everyone how many steps. Roughly your pilgrimage was about
3,600 steps.
3,600 steps to like beautiful Jain temples in the mountains.
Balitana.
It's called Balitana. It's one of my favourite places, one of Mommy's favourite place, right? It's beautiful. How many years old do you think Balitana is? Like, I think it's been there for hundreds of years, right? But it's the most beautiful thing. If you search it on Google, Balitana in Gujarat.
Yeah.
In Gujarat, India, and it's the most heavenly place, but the amazing Jain temples with intricate architecture, and people walk up there at like 5 in the morning while they're fasted, and then they pray, they do all their prayers, and then have to walk down those nearly 4,000 steps in the heat. I mean, it's quite challenging, so I'm just super impressed that you're this strong, that she's come back looking so well. So I'll give her a little clap there. You can all give her a clap. Yay, they're clapping on Zoom. But it's quite an achievement. It just shows you you've got stronger and fitter, right?
Yes.
And you look so good. Do you feel fine?
Yes, I'm good.
Wow, super. I mean, that is like a goal in itself, being able to climb that. We're going to do something seated or standing now. We're just going to do our lateral and our front raises. Feel free to add some little tins in or some very light dumbbells. And I want you to go nice and slow today so that you really feel the muscles working. Stomach muscles in tight, back straight. We're going to feel this on our shoulders again, our upper back. Really exhale, just to shoulder height and down. Beautiful work. Can we go nice and slow up and nice and slow down? Woo! Brilliant work. Lovely, I can really feel these. These are quite tough. If you just need body weight to start, just do body weight. Shall we do about 2 more? Brilliant work. Exhale and down. And out and down to the side One more to the front. Woo! Can you feel it? So our muscles have already been pre-fatigued by the press-ups, which is why you will feel it. I've just had my Fitbit say I've achieved my goals for today in terms of activity, which is brilliant, right? Just in this workout, probably got lots of steps in and my cardiovascular. So just to add in with our arms, we are going to do a bit of boxing next. Any of you that haven't tried the boxing, it's the best stress reliever. I've been getting lots of people in my events even doing boxing. If you want, you can add in some very light weights. I might actually use, Mummy, your little pink ones, because these have special pink ones. They've got a nice handle on them. But maybe some baked bean tins, seated or standing. We're going to punch away any worries, any tension, any anxiety. I want the mental health benefits of exercise to be so shouted about everywhere. We're releasing endorphins. Woo, it's hard with weights. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, that was quite tough. Even for me, these weights are quite challenging. They're 2 kg each. Baked bean tins, I would say, are a good bet. So we are going to finish with either, I'm going to just move the chair. I don't expect you to move any furniture. We're going to do a chair plank. For those of you that know, you can use your bed, your sofa, or a chair against a wall. But I don't want you moving furniture unless you're very, very careful. We're going to have this chair here. Now, Mummy, you can show the plank. I'll quickly demonstrate. There's quite a lot to think about here. My hands are going to be directly under my shoulders. I've got a lovely straight line from my head to my heels. So rather than being here, I want you to all look at my hips. I bring them slightly down. My stomach then has to really work. I'm carrying my body weight. It might just be 1 second today. And then you can build up. Play this workout back. Build up to 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Or if you can't stand, all I want you to do, if you can't do a chair plank, is you're going to engage your stomach muscles and we're going to lean back in the chair. And I'm really tightening my core here. Beautiful plank, Mummy. So even here, I'm tightening my stomach muscles. Breathe as you go and hold for as long as you want today. You carefully come back up. Just leaning back, I could feel my stomach has to engage. Well done, Mummy's still going. If you want to do a few more seconds, I'm giving you a chance today to do a second round, or sit back and try this where I'm leaning back. Everything is straight, but I just sit back. And I could even add one leg out if I wanted. Woo! Can feel this. 3, 2, and 1. A lot of you are doing wonderful planks on Zoom. So well done. Did that feel okay, Mummy?
Yes.
Yeah, you carry your body weight, which is great. Super duper work. So come back to have a little seat. We're going to do a little bit of balance work. So you can actually come to the side. Anyone that can't stand, I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to do them seated or standing. We want to think of my youngest son when he was a little bit younger now. He's so big today. He put a suit on for a conference at school and he looked like a giant man. All I'm thinking about, I'm going to do this seated, is I'm closing the gates and I'm opening the gates. So I lift my knee up, out to the side and down, and then I bring it back up, into the middle and down. This was the analogy in his sports lessons, opening and closing the gates. Now we're focusing on our hips. So even seated, I'm going to lift up, open and down. Good. Back up to the middle and down. If you're standing, this is balance work. You've got to really hold your stomach muscles in. Please make sure you don't fall, so you hold onto your chair if you need to. I know some of you are very advanced and have got really strong, but I obviously don't want anyone to fall, so just do what feels right for you. Even seated, this area gets so tight. Yeah, our hips, our ball and socket joint. We want to keep our hips especially mobile. So let's try one more on this side before we change sides. Even here, I'm keeping everything else still and down. Mine feel quite tight. You can touch this side of the chair and do the other leg if you want. So again, hold on to some support. We're going to get up, open and down, and back up, close gate and down. Again, coordination for your brain. Beautiful. Can you feel this? Go nice and slow. Think about really loosening the hips. I'm spending a little bit longer on this today because I really feel that our hips need some extra love and TLC. Good. Down and back up, in and down. Everyone seated. Did you feel that? Everyone seated. So our hips, when sitting, watching TV, anytime, you can do that. We're going to do our little 10-second balance test, which is linked to a study of being able to live longer. Don't worry if you can't do 10 seconds, but I will count. If you're seated, you're just going to have a leg extension out. Holding, otherwise standing. You have the option, mummy, to hold the chair, or you can balance. Yeah, we're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, stomach in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Some of you are doing amazing on Zoom. You could even go longer, I think, those of you standing. So practice that. Set yourself a challenge maybe this week. Is that okay? The other leg is taking all of your body weight. So it's great for correcting muscular imbalances, reducing your risks of falls, especially as you age. Shall we try the other side? Hold on to support. Or leg extension. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Any yogis in the future? You could even try this where your foot could be low, or a crow position. You could try that seated or standing. I don't want anyone to fall, but I can see Ayush Auntie and Lal Uncle together doing their position. I don't want everyone to try this unless you've done this before. Really demonstrate. This is quite a hard move, but I just thought I would throw it in there in case anyone wants to practice that. Super duper work. I'm just going to say, march out on the spot for me, mummy. It's Rusik Uncle and Hans Auntie. I can just see a glimpse of you, and I can also see Varsha's iPad. Well done, everyone. March it out. We are going to spend a few minutes on our stretch. I need to finish in about a couple of minutes early today because I have another live event that I'm recording at 11. So very important to stretch. We have done quite a lot at a faster pace today. What we're going to do is bring one leg, one foot onto the other knee. So have a seat, back's nice and straight. Already, this might feel quite hard. Does that feel quite hard? Can you feel that? Opening everything up. Your groin, your outer thighs, your hips. You can put a bit of pressure on the knee, but it can be really hard to even get that knee low and keep your body straight. You can also, to progress, if that feels comfortable, you can lean your chest towards your shins here. Breathing in for 3 deep breaths, 2 deep breaths, Last deep breath, in and out, and relax. Now we do stretch properly, but you can always do more stretching by just playing back the last 5 minutes of any of my saved workouts on YouTube. It's so important. Other side, maybe one side feels different. Mummy, does that feel okay? Adjust your foot, your knee, maybe push down a little bit, maybe lean forwards, breathing in. Deep breaths. I want you to bring your heart rate down. I want you to also think of this as self-care. A moment before we rush off to our normally quite busy lives, this is your chance to relax the body and mind, reduce risks of injuries, increase flexibility. So many benefits of stretching. Brilliant work. We're going to bring one leg forward, toes come in towards me, and keep that leg lovely and straight. Already you should feel a lovely little stretch from the back of your leg down to your ankle. If you want, you can reach up, inhale, exhale, fall forward. You don't have to touch your toes. You can just reach your hands down by your shins. Relax your head, neck and shoulders, no tension. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, exhale, roll up the spine. I really needed this workout myself today after a very busy week. I went to the Boots headquarters in Nottingham. I'd had 2 or 3 events before that on Monday and Tuesday for Deloitte. I also went to an amazing event yesterday in Leeds City Museum. And I'm very lucky to have made it back home because of the snow everywhere. Other side, reaching wherever feels good, leg nice and straight. Inhale, exhale, and roll up. But I wanted to make sure I don't let any of my regular Zoom attendees, especially you guys, down because I can see you, and I wanted to make sure I also get a bit of time for this. It's like self-care for me. I'm going to bring my hands into the middle of my back, elbows back. You can stay seated if you want. We're really going to stand tall or straight back if you're seated. Pushing those elbows back and together. Can you feel that, mummy, on your chest? Opening this all out. So rather than always being like this, just this simple stretch can really help to really open out and lengthen the spine and chest muscles. 2. Breathe in, breathe out, and 1. Exhale. We've done a lot with our shoulders today. So final stretch, bringing the arm across the body, hand above or below the elbow. Relax that shoulder away from your ear and draw your arm towards you and look over that shoulder. That feels so good on your neck, your upper back, shoulder muscles, releasing it all off. This is the power of stretching. So even the muscle ache you can get after exercise, you're hopefully by stretching going to reduce that also. So I do like you remembering, Lavina, but I want you to remember me in a good way. Other side, and relax. And I've got mummy back. So I'm going to do a massive feel-good hug. We're going to open out our chest. Open your arms, really lengthen your spine, lift through your chin, positive inhale, exhale. You're all first going to give yourself a big hug, round the back, arms wrapped around you, tuck the tailbone under so we've got a C shape in our spine to open out the vertebra. If you've got a loved one near you, if you haven't, you've all got the power of this feel-good community, but I'm going to give my hug. Welcome back. Inhale, feel good hugs, yay. You made it back safely, strongly, and she's back here with us all today. We're going to do a nice, big, feel good finish. Nice, positive inhale, seated or standing. Breathing in lots of positivity. Exhale any negativity, tension, anxiety all away. Mummy, can you do one in Gujarati for us?
પચાસો વિચારો અંદર લઈ જાઓ. બધા શું વિચારો અંદર લઈ જાઓ
Yeah.
શું વિચારો બહાર કાઢો.
Yay, we got there. Brilliant. One final big positive inhale, everyone. Capture that positivity at the top. Bring it down to your amazing heart center. Do take a moment to just thank your amazing body. Whether you did 1 minute, 5 minutes, the whole workout, you showed up and you invested in your health. So proud of you all. I love having you on Zoom. So please share this with your friends and family. My YouTube account is there. Please subscribe to it. That really helps me out, and share with your loved ones. We will see you next week again for more feel-good fun. I will come and talk to everyone on Zoom, but only after I have managed to save everything off to Facebook and to YouTube. Well done, Mummy. Mummy, you want to stay for 1 minute and just